Hello to all you guys out there in YouTube land. It's me, DR. Apologies about yesterday. I was running a bit late, so there was no walk to work. There was a hectic, manic rush to work. So apologies about that. I plan to do videos every single weekday on my morning jaunt, and then also plan to do something a bit more constructive on the weekends. But as I only do the work on the weekends, expect to see something like once a month, generally like that, because I cross a road. So it should be regular output. But oh god, I'm in the dark. What is this? Is it a sign? There we go. Yeah, but expect to see something on a regular basis. Let me put my finger in front of the camera. There we go. So, thought for this morning, apart from it was about common sense, but I thought that was too general. So something that's always, I've always kind of considered is we tend to create kind of easy entrances into believing in sky daddies, and actually that's something that I've seen lots of videos about. This kind of weird horsey looking dude. I'm not going to give him a shout. But this weird kind of horsey-looking apologist, cartoon-making YouTuber, and he had this kind of selection of rules. And I was reading through them, and they were a bit, I don't know, let's just say, a tad bit odd. So literally, one was like, don't use things like zombie carpenter and stuff like that. And I was a bit like, well, you're really kind of limiting what you would call free speech and just due conversation. God, what am I like today? Anyway, so the main point I was trying to make with this whole thing is that it's a little tad bit odd that there's all about free speech, all about kind of they come onto YouTube, where it's an area where there can be real conversation, and then immediately try and limit the conversation and stop you saying what you want to say. And it's really strange. Some of the rules they were, you can't post over one comment box. And I was thinking, well, what if you need to? What, you need to stop talking? And half the time, when you're actually debating with apologists, they bounce around so many times that you need to spend twice as long talking about any subject they're talking about. And that's the challenge you have, because they go, what about this? What about this? What about this? And it's like, if you want to try and properly explain something, you need to spend the time to explain it. Hey! So I always find that when they've got these limits, what they're trying to do is really keep the conversation focused in an area that they can keep it shaped to kind of try and level the playing field. Try and make it harder for you to converse with them and easier for them to block you. And that's what I found. I found as I've watched more, and I've watched more apologist TV, and I found myself finding that these people will just use any reason to block you. You know? Don't say the same arguments. Well, don't use the same argument. That whole you use the same arguments against me. It's kind of like, well, because you're using the same. If you start from point A, then you're going to end up discussing point A and getting to point B. The refutations are still the same because your arguments are still the same. Anyway, less of my ramble thoughts today. That's 4 minutes of rambling. God, I promise it'll be better than this next time. Anyway. This is DR saying peace out, guys, and have a safe journey wherever you're heading.